In this video, we're going to talk about your life purpose, which is a unique expression of the creativity of the Source. As part of planning that happens before each incarnation, you choose the primary way to contribute to the infinite expression of the Source. In each incarnation, you bring the gifts needed to express yourself. These might be artistic abilities, gifts of working with people, healing, or being able to raise the consciousness of those around you. These gifts may not come fully developed, but as seeds that you have to grow and cultivate. You might feel uncomfortable with the idea of being yourself fully because of cultural conditioning that says, in order to be spiritual, you have to be humble, selfless, and put everybody else's needs before yours. It's time to let go of that conditioning. Every one of us is a unique expression of the Source energy. The only way we can honor that energy is by honoring ourselves, which requires that we become the fullest expression of ourselves. Let's take an example of an orchestra. Each instrument in the orchestra has to be itself for the orchestra to work. What if the piano in the orchestra thinks, let me be humble and not stand out. Let me sound just like a violin. The entire orchestra would lose its function and hence its purpose. When you are not fully expressing your individuality, you're cheating yourself, and hence you are cheating the Source. By aligning with your life purpose, you align with joy. You also make your highest contribution. One of the big problems we have on this planet is that the vast majority of people are unhappy because they are not aligned with their life purpose. The root of this problem is the ignorance of our true nature. The mass consciousness does not understand that we are part of the Source, and that each incarnation has a purpose. In the absence of this knowledge, we fail to perceive the power that lies within us, and we seek validation from outside. We may let external authority manage our life by following the way of the tribe, which is a list of simplistic rules such as get an education, get a good job, get married, start a family, and then one day you can retire and really enjoy life. The great tragedy is that the way of the tribe is a myth. In the Western world, there are so many people who have the right education and the right job and the right mate, but they're miserable because they have sacrificed who they are in order to fit in. The time has come to honor the light within and not let the tribe be the authority over our life. Another major problem is fear. When we listen to fear, we settle for security and comfort instead of reaching for fulfillment and making our unique contribution. If we look at studies that come out every year, there is a high percentage of people who are miserable in their jobs. They would most likely be happier doing something else, and in all probability would also make more money. But instead, they cling to what they know rather than face the unknown. What a tragedy. The third reason is distractions. Instead of writing that great book or building a business or learning how to play a sport, we get stuck in watching TV or spending hours on Facebook. When our time and attention are drained by meaningless activities, no wonder we can't do anything worthwhile. There are two major misconceptions about life purpose. The first is that it's a magical key that you have to find, and once you find it, the treasure is yours. But your life purpose is not a thing, it's a theme. How you use that theme is up to you. You are free to use your creativity to express that theme in any way that brings you joy. To take an example, if the theme is to become a healer, you can study medicine and become a traditional doctor, or you can become a shaman. Or you can study psychology to become a therapist. The key is not to be attached to a particular way in which you can pursue your life purpose. The second misconception is that once you start following your life purpose, as a reward, all problems will go away. You will be financially secure, healthy, loved, even admired. The root of this thinking is the arrival syndrome, which says that once we arrive at a certain place, everything will be great. This fairy tale ending where everybody lives happily ever after is a great marketing tool. Through repetition, it has become part of our cultural conditioning. You see it in the movies, where people find the romance or the success they want, and the movie ends. You see it in the media, where we are obsessed with celebrity. Unfortunately, this idea has made its way into spirituality. But if we remember, the reason we incarnate was for growth, and there is no growth possible if we have arrived. Let's understand that lack of problems is not a measure of spiritual growth. In fact, it is the opposite. We will have opportunities to master more complex and higher lessons as we progress, similar to being in a school. Our life purpose lies at the intersection of three opportunities. The first is joy. When we are aligned with joy, we are aligned with the source. So we need to structure our life in order to live with joy more frequently. The second is our gifts. These are unique ways in which we radiate the light of the source that's within us, and in the process, we serve the creation. When we incarnated, we brought these gifts as seeds with us, but we do have to do the work and cultivate these gifts. If we look at our life's progression, often we can see two phases. The first phase is the phase of learning, where we experience life and learn about ourselves, others, and about our unique strengths. The second is the phase of sharing, where we take our life experience and use it to serve others. The third consideration is growth. Where do we see the greatest opportunities for growth? We can grow as a person, as part of a community, and as part of the source. Let's do some exercises to clarify your life purpose. Here's how to do the exercises. Pause the video after each question to write your answers on paper. It should take you less than a minute. Be honest and be yourself. Write the first thought that comes to your mind. Don't censor yourself. First, what would you do purely as an expression of joy if there were no external rewards, such as money, approval, or recognition? Second, what gifts have you accumulated through your own life experience? These might include challenges you have overcome, lessons you have learned, or skills you have acquired. Do not judge the worth of your gifts based on external measures, such as how big the audience for your gift might be. Third, what experiences would be great opportunities to grow? What do you think is a worthwhile challenge? It will help if there is a connection between your life experience and the challenge. Don't pick something so big and scary that you freeze and don't do anything at all. Now that you have these three answers, combine them into a single idea. This idea is your life purpose. Let's do some more exercises to get you started on this journey. What steps do you need to take to get started? For example, if you want to learn how to play piano, you would need to find a teacher and get some books. Once you've taken the initial step, what do you need to learn and master to keep making progress? For example, if you want to be a writer, you need to keep improving through daily reading and writing. What is the smallest daily commitment for living your life purpose? This might be 30 minutes you devote every day to reading or meditating or practicing your art. What do you need to consciously eliminate to make space for your daily commitments? This might be social media, browsing, gossip, news, TV, or other activities that are eating your life away. Lastly, what support system will help you? We recommend forming a support group of like-minded individuals who are working to achieve the same goal. The group can keep you accountable as well as provide knowledge and guidance.